Hello everybody, welcome back to another Macca football video, the channel that brings daily football content straight to your screens. And today, we've got a banger of an episode. I don't know if you know, but we've got games like Manchester United versus Everton, we've got games like Liverpool versus Manchester City. Trust me, we're going through 10 games and you're going to want to watch all of them. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. First game, and it is Manchester United versus Everton. I'm going to be honest, tactically, over the last couple games, we have not been our best. I mean, picking McFred. What's going on without that? What is going on?
Some of the games are over 10 shots on target, so it's not bad play. It's just that we're just not getting the goals. And look, you look at other teams, Wolves, Tottenham. You could list another 5 or 6 teams that have had that period already this year.
Yeah.
And they're coming out of it. It's just a phase. We're playing well. It is the wrong midfield.
To be fair, I do want to see Donny van de Beek play. I think against Everton, they literally wanted Donny van de Beek. Why not, Ollie? You show why you decide to keep him and let Donny van de Beek play, please. Because I'm going to be honest, we need to finish our shots. I mean, you said we've been creating chances. We haven't got a penalty, but we're missing all of them. I mean, Everton, they've been really, really good this whole entire season under Rafa Benitez, other than the Villa game, of course, because that's where they lost about 3-0. But I'm not sure if players like Gray, Rondon, Townsend will be able to get past like players like Varane and De Gea. We did play Everton in the pre-season. Me and Macda, we actually went to the game and it was such a fun game. Check out the vlog, it's actually my first ever video on this channel and we beat them 4-0. And I think we'll actually win again. And I'm going to say a 3-1 win with Bruno and Pogba goals. We will be back on form and it will be beautiful. What is your prediction?
I think Everton will score.
Yeah?
I think because of our depleted defence, I think they will score.
I agree.
But I actually think we'll score 6. I've got to
Shut up, man.
Well, you're having consistently over 25 shots on goal.
6.
You can't. There's a lot of negative press of Ollie, and it was the Everton game last season where there was a lot of negative press that we won really well away. So this one's at home. I think it's a 6-1 win.
No.
Cavani's fit.
No.
Martial's fit.
No.
Ronaldo's fit. Fernandes is fit. Sancho, Greenwood. We got goals coming out of everywhere. And if he plays Van de Beek, if Van de Beek plays. If we play with Fred, it'll be a 2-1 win.
Now on to Burnley versus Norwich, and I'm just gonna say it already. Burnley, they're gonna destroy Norwich. I mean, let's be honest. For me, Norwich, they do have a better defence than attack. So there are a couple thoughts that maybe they'd be able to have a small chance of keeping a clean sheet against Burnley, seeing as some of their attackers are a bit off form, but I do think it will be the attack that will let them down.
I think Burnley will win this. I've said I didn't pick them last week and they did pretty well and they drew.
Yeah.
But I think they'll win this.
You do?
I'm a fan of Burnley. I don't think they're the best team, but I do think they're better than the drop.
Yeah, same.
And I think they'll beat Norwich. I think Norwich are gone already.
What's your prediction?
I'm going to go with goals this week. I think 3-0.
3-0. I mean, I don't know.
It's at home.
I do not know if Burnley have that many goals in the tank. But you know what? I can definitely see them winning. Players like Pookie, Cantwell, and Sargent, they won't be able to handle defenders like Tarkowski and me. Burnley, they're an absolute unit, as you said. So Norwich, they'll have no way getting past them. As Sir Alex did say, defence wins your titles, but at the end of the day, attack wins your games, and that is what is gonna be the final push that makes Burnley win this game 2-0. I'm gonna say another meme masterclass, and also Cornet, he bagged on his debut, so I'm saying get another bag. Now on to Chelsea versus Southampton. I don't have much in my script, but what I do know is this will be a great game, and it looks like both teams have arguments for winning.
Yeah, I think Chelsea, they're at home.
Yeah.
That should benefit them. But Southampton, a draw away to Man City, a draw at home to Man United. Yeah. They're playing well. They beat Arsenal, I think.
Yeah.
So they've beaten the bigger teams.
Definitely.
Maybe they'll come and get something from Chelsea. But I don't think they'll win.
No.
I think if it, at best they'll draw, but I still think it's probably going to be a 3-1 Chelsea winner.
Something you didn't mention is Chelsea. They actually lost to Man City, and of course, Chelsea are the better side, let's just be honest. But, as you did say, the Saints only drew to Man City, so they're getting better results against the Premier League winners, so that could foreshadow a potential Saints win, but in my opinion, I agree with you. I mean, the firepower of Chelsea, Lukaku, Werner, Havertz, Mount, Pulisic is too much depth for my liking, and that's why they will win 1-0. Now on to our third game of the video, and it is Leeds versus Watford, and I reckon there will be a couple surprises for this matchup. I mean, Leeds, what a team, but recently Watford are actually looking better in my opinion. I mean, yes, Watford aren't beating the sort of upper mid-table teams or sort of anyone in the top 10, but they're pouncing on their prey, and in this case, I do think Leeds fit that resume.
I think Leeds are averaging about 1 goal a game at the moment. They're not scoring. So I think Watford, who are scoring quite freely, this is a dangerous game for Leeds. Are Watford good enough to go away to a big club with a big fan base and win a game there? I'm not sure about this, but I'm going to say a 1-1.
You're going to
draw.
say 1-1?
Yeah, but I'm not sure this could go either way. Leeds could finally kick a gear, or Watford could overpower them.
Look, in my opinion, I do think there's only going to be one winner here. I mean, both teams, they are great, don't get me wrong. But I do think Watford's going to edge it. I mean, as you said, Leeds, they're playing at home. They have a massive fan base, so that could potentially help Leeds play a bit better. But then again, Watford, have you seen their fan base? I mean, everyone's rooting for Foster, and I'm rooting for him too. And that's why I'm going to say a 2-1 win for Watford with Salah and Dennis goals. Salah, the most underrated winger in the Prem. You heard it first. Now on to Wolves playing at home against Newcastle. And first, I want to say, Macadad, you were right. You were right with Jimenez scoring. So, do you think, now that he's in a bit of a stride, do you think he'll be able to score against Newcastle?
I think so. I mean, they get the ball into him. He's one of the best headers in the league. They get the ball to him. He can score a goal from anywhere. It's just getting his confidence up. Having said that, he put his guard back on his head, so he wasn't without it. Newcastle, I still think, are a really tough team to play against. You know, I still think that they've got chances, and Wolves have not been playing that well. They've been getting the ball a lot, but they're just not winning games the way they should be winning. I'm going to go a 2-2 draw here. I don't think Wolves are good enough at the moment.
Look, I don't know. I do think Newcastle are a great side, but I do have one problem, and I think that Wolves, they take advantage of teams which don't have the best defence. And Newcastle, they've been conceding a lot of shots lately, and really, actually, this is a fact, they have not won since August 7th. I don't think they've won a match in the Premier League so far, and the fact that Wolves just won their last match, that's good news for Wolves. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Wolves, they know how to pressure every time. It's just shot after shot, as you said. And I'm going to say Raheem Jimenez score in a 3-2 win, with also St. Maximum scoring for the Magpies. Now on to Brighton, playing at home against Arsenal. And Arsenal, they look to be back on form. I'm not going to lie. I mean, what a win against Spurs on the last weekend. But I do still feel bad for them, because with Arteta, they get a couple losses, and then they get a couple wins. Couple losses, couple wins. So the real question I've got is, how long will it take for Arsenal to stop getting wins again?
I think with Arsenal, it's a derby game, and I don't think you can judge teams too much on derby games, because they can play really well. Historically, though, after they have had good wins over Tottenham in derbies, they've lost the next game. I think Brighton will win this 2-1, because they've been quite sensational.
Who do you think
More pay to win it at the end.
Yes!
only
Literally, on my script, I have more pay. Talk about more pay.
Yeah.
I'm not joking. Morpay, yeah, so he actually scored in the last minute against, I believe it was Burnley. Wonderful chip. And, yeah, that meant it was 1-1. Morpay is saving Brighton. This is twice, I believe, now this season he's saved Brighton to get points. And I massively respect him. It is a bit worrying that they've only scored then, but I know they're good attackers, and in my mind, in my opinion, Trossard and Morpay could outdo players like Tierney and Ben White. That's all I'm going to say. I mean, I do not think that Ben White is a better defender than Morpay or Trossard as an attacker, and that is why I do think Brighton will score. But I'm going to say it right now, Arsenal to win. 2-1. I just think heads are high at the Emirates, and after the North London derby win, I just think heads will be high. Now on to Crystal Palace playing at home against Leicester, and we keep on talking about Leicester this, Leicester that, how they're not the same anymore, but they did win their last game 2-1. Funnily enough, it was 3 Jamie Vardy goals, 1 own goal, 2 goals for Leicester, which was a bit funny. But yeah, do you think Leicester can dominate a game like this, even though we've seen how Vieira's sides are really, really good at keeping the ball?
I think I've said it last week, and I've probably said it a couple of weeks before that. Vardy's the only one scoring for Leicester.
Yeah.
So if their defence can keep Vardy at bay, I think this will be a Crystal Palace win, and I think it'll be 2-1.
2-1
with the Vardy goal.
You know what? Last season I'd be saying you're an umpty for that, but I could see it. I mean, sadly enough, I do agree with you. I don't think there are any goal scorers. I don't think Maddison has made a goal contribution in the last 20 games, which is that is seriously crazy. I think
since the transfer talk.
Yeah, since, I mean, the Arsenal rumours must have get him a bit depressed. I think currently Crystal Palace have a better squad than Leicester if you're just looking at the players' current form, and I do think Crystal Palace know how to dominate a game, so I'm worried that Leicester will be a bit sleepy. You know, players like Barnes, I just don't think they're that good anymore. I do think Vardy is carrying them, so I agree with you, and at the moment I'm saying him to score a goal, but I'm agreeing with you on the score. 2-1 to Palace. Now on to Spurs playing at home against Aston Villa, and Spurs fans, do not,
watch out.
Watch out, mate. Trust me, we were a bit cocky about the Villa thing. I mean, we knew they were going to be a good side, but we thought we were going to win, no doubt. They beat us. They beat Manchester United, and if you think you're losing to Arsenal and Crystal Palace, and you'll be able to scrape a point against Villa, I'd think again, mate. I would think again.
This one's a really difficult one. I think I fancy Villa, but Tottenham probably out of the teams in the top half of the table actually match up well against Villa in terms of similar playing styles, things like that. But they're a hard team. Villa, they're very defensively minded in terms of pressure. They're constantly pressuring the players. I think it'll be 2-2. I think Kane will score.
Kane to score?
Yeah. I think he's at home, he's got to do it, but I don't think either will win.
I don't know.
Because as much as what Villa played quite well, they still only had 7 shots for the whole game. We had Man United had 27.
You think Kane's going to score? I think he's crap now. I mean, I do not know if Kane will go to Man City anymore. I do not think it's a possibility for Kane to go to Man City anymore, and I don't think he'll be good still playing for Tottenham. I just think he is not happy at the moment. Ever since the Man City transfer, he's not been happy, and I just think Kane's on terrible form, and he needs to do some extra training, in my opinion, because at the moment he's pretty crap.
I mean, that we do have to allow that in because he came back the latest of any player in the Premier League.
But then again, it is because of morale. It wasn't like, I'm in the Euro final or whatever. I mean, he was, but that's not the reason. It's because he was unhappy, and I think that's the reason why he's playing so bad. For me, I'm going to say a shock 2-1 win against Villa. I didn't expect it when they won against Manchester United, so I definitely think they can win against Spurs with Bailey and Son goals. I mean, Son, what a player, but he can't carry Spurs for this long. Now on to West Ham playing at home against Brentford.
The game of the season.
Fair play fair play Brentford, and I need to apologise to you, Macadad. Although I did say they were a hard-working team, I did say also Macadad was stupid for saying that they would draw.
They got 3-3.
But you were right, so fair play to that. I mean,
they are a brilliant team, Brentford.
They're so
really,
hard work.
really good.
I do think they're better than Leeds already. I think they're better than Everton. I would not be surprised if they get top 7 this season. That's all I'm going to say. Of course, it is a far stretch because we haven't seen that much of Brentford. But looking at them now, they know how to get results and they know how to do it. I mean, straight after Liverpool scored, 5 minutes later, they scored one. And the same thing could happen to West Ham fans. We do have a couple West Ham fans in the channel, so thank you so much for the West Ham fans being in the channel. But for me, I do think you should be worried. I'm not going to lie. I think you have a higher chance of beating them, but then Liverpool, of course. But they're hard working. I mean, if you score one, do not be surprised if Brentford score another.
I hope this isn't a 3 o'clock Saturday game because this is typically. I know Liverpool are playing Man City, but this is the game of the weekend. I think this will be the most entertaining.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm saying game of the season to be Liverpool City, but this will be entertaining. I mean, both teams are Premier League dark horses. So, who do you see making the most out of their chances?
I think this will be another draw. I do think Brentford are dangerous when they're in front of goal, more dangerous than West Ham. But West Ham have create a lot of chances.
Yeah,
they've got a lot of creative players in their team. So I'm thinking 2-2 with this one. But I wouldn't be surprised if West Ham win this, and I wouldn't be surprised if Brentford win it. But we've got to choose a score. I think they're very evenly matched teams, even though I do think Brentford are a really scary team.
Yeah, they are.
I think it's 2-2.
For me, this is such a hard game to predict, and that's why I respect you for going for the easy draw, because I could definitely see that happening. But I think on paper, it's a team who were in the Championship last year versus a team who got into Europe last year. So I'm going to say 3-1 to West Ham with a Mikel Antonio brace. Now on to our last game of the video, and as I said, the game of the week. Liverpool versus Manchester City. What a game. The game of the week. And this will be a cracker. I can't lie, it would have been great for City and Liverpool winning their games. Although I am a United fan, so actually, I can lie. And that's probably a lie. But if they did, the intensity levels would have been crazy. But still, what a matchup.
Yeah, I think traditionally these two teams really don't score any goals against each other.
No,
Nil-alls are the way. And actually that's what I'm going to go with, a 0-0. I think City aren't playing well enough to go too attacking. I mean, you look at how Southampton played with them a couple of weeks ago, and then their win on the weekend, it wasn't totally brilliant. They won it, but it wasn't the best win. So, and Liverpool can score goals. If any team's going to win this, it'll be Liverpool.
Yeah.
But 0-0 for me. I think that's why I picked West Ham Brentford as the game of the week, because I think this will be a bit of a stalemate. There's not even any Man City supporters watching. It's all Liverpool, so we could just be very pro Liverpool because it doesn't matter about Man City, does it?
Yeah. I'm not sure how both teams will line up, but what I do know is that Man City, they'll probably be passing the ball around, probably be a bit more boring than how Liverpool play, a bit of tiki-taka. They're and of course players like Grealish, Bernardo Silva and Rodri will be great by doing that, and I believe Liverpool will be creating more chances, although Manchester City will probably make more successful passes, make more passes in the box, have more possession. But the problem is, even if you're dominating the game, if you get a goal, that's the goal. If you win 1-0, whatever, then you are getting the 3 points. It doesn't matter if you play crap. And that's why I'm saying Liverpool to actually be the worst team, but they will win 1-0. It will be a Salah goal, because when I think about Liverpool, I think they're very, very good at creating chances, and I just think Salah's the type of player to finish off, even if he gets a few. Thank you guys so much for watching. It means so much to me, and please, I need to tell you something. If you are new to the channel, look at the videos I'm making. Just click on the channel. Easy. Look at the videos I'm making. If you like them, remember to subscribe, because then you will see if another video of mine comes out. There will be more prediction videos coming. Macca, Dad, how are you feeling about the game weeks?
I can't wait. First game of the week.
It will be lovely.
A Man U kickoff.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. We are buzzing for the Manchester United kickoff is first. We are buzzing for all the games. Anyway, have a great day. It's been your boy Macca Football and Macca Dad, and peace.